Okay, guys, I'm feeling good today. Feeling a bit more energized. Energy is the problem, isn't it, when you get old? Unless you sort of stay fit and stuff like that, you haven't got no energy to do anything. Well, I've got energy today. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you clips from two YouTube channels I follow and subscribe, really enjoy for different reasons. And then I'm going to empty the bin and put it outside. And then, this is really exciting, highlight of the week, I'm going to take the wife shopping for a while. Yeah? I hate going shopping. You seen women shopping? What do? They pick up a tin of beans. Oh, beans. A different brand of beans. Both probably made in the same factory. And they look at that tin of beans, those two tins of beans for 10 minutes. Yeah? Just don't understand it. I think they all have should have little areas in supermarkets where men can go sit and wait. You know, like we park the car, they can park their husbands and leave them there until it's time to go. What's worse is if your partner thinks they need a new top and you get dragged into the clothing section, then it turns into a real nightmare, doesn't it? Yeah. But if you go somewhere with these gadgets, good things that men like to look at, like plugs and extenders and, I don't know, Wi-Fi gadgets, yeah, new headsets, keyboards, anything sort of electrical, you've got about 30 seconds to go through that. Anyhow, I've digressed, haven't I? Let's talk about the guy behind me. Who is he? Yeah, that's Disparu. He's got a big channel and a huge following. I sometimes wish, I think, for God's sake, man, have a wash and a shave, because sometimes he doesn't really care about his appearance. But that doesn't detract from his content. He talks mainly about movies and culture, but mainly it's movies and culture via the medium of the TV and Hollywood, yeah. And boy, does he give them a slating. I really admire this guy. His mind must be like a razor. You'll see what I mean now. He's talking about this film, The Odyssey, yeah, with that director Nolan, who was once sort of considered to be really good, has revealed himself to be a piece of shit. But who doesn't care about history or anything. Have a listen to this. You've got to respect this guy.
Significant impact on the modern world and modern countries, the West as a whole. Obviously, ancient Greece will be important to you if you're Greek, but it's also inseparable from sort of Western European culture and any countries which sprang from that. That means that just on a scale of importance, it's far more important that you get ancient Greece correct than Polynesia. If Variety is jerking themselves silly over this because of the sheer virtue of it all, they should be absolutely horrified at the Odyssey. We should see article after article, hit piece after hit piece, expert after expert coming out, all to slate the thing. And instead, no. It's got Travis Scott in it, who looks like he's auditioning for the part of Jaws and James Bond. Boys, that's Nike boys hopping our coast. In fact, Variety not only didn't critique Odyssey because it was destroying the culture of the native people, instead they decided to start attacking the moral people that were defending them. From the team that brought you Why is Snow White Latina? Why they're Africans in Rings of Power? Star Wars has gone woke. Comes the latest onslaught. These culture warriors, been led to battle by their own personal Agamemnon. I find it interesting that he just stated all the things they defended, and at no point could justify any of the things which have happened.
Okay, that's a mandatory pause. Yeah, to avoid getting copyright strikes for using other people's contents, because I'm actually now reviewing what Disparu was saying. And boy, well, let him say it, you'll see what I mean.
Of course, Snow White shouldn't be from an entirely different continent. I also like their attempt to try and make the word culture warrior derogatory, simply because they're annoyed that people are actually fighting back against them. It's like, no, I just want to destroy all of society and civilization in peace. No, they came out with a similar story in other tweets, and kept on repeating it. Don't you know Umbongo is addressing the legitimate backlash against her, because she took this part as a racist, and called any legitimate defense of the destruction of the Odyssey about his troll army. They aren't just silly, but wildly inaccurate, because you know the only people that weren't in ancient Greece? Greek people. Umbongo reported by going, this is a mythological story. Which of course it had to be, because we had to try and pretend that she's ever achieved anything in history. They throw out these slurs, these insults, to make you go on the defensive, to make you explain yourself, so it takes you a long time to explain yourself, and once you do, they'll just throw out another random accusation at you that they don't even believe themselves. Thing is, you don't need to defend yourselves from these people, they're evil. You can simply step over them, ignore them, and attack. Why do you hate the Greek people? Why don't you think they belong in their own culture? What gives anyone the right to be in a story that they're not supposed to be in? They had nothing to do with, that doesn't belong to them. Make them state why they want it to happen. You don't have to defend yourself from an action that they're doing. They're the ones doing the action, they're the ones that can justify it. Now, they won't be able to, because what they're doing is horrific, and they know it is. They have horrible intentions, and they know they do. This is why you make them justify themselves, because the one thing they care about is social virtue and status points. Now, obviously, pointing out hypocrisy of evil people is irrelevant. You can't call out somebody on principles that they don't hold. You may consider it hypocrisy, but they don't, because they care about Polynesian culture and not ancient Greece. To them, it's European white culture, which means it needs to be separated out and treated differently. They wouldn't even consider themselves to be hypocrites. So you don't point these things out as hypocrisy, you point things out so you can actually get to the root cause, the why, the intention behind doing it and what it's hoping to achieve. To do this, we can get it from their own statements, their own priorities, what they've said is great about their own movie. And you can find bits and pieces from the cast and what they've said. For instance, Elliot Page.
Good, yeah. Mandatory pit stop. Onwards. Do you like what you're hearing from Disparrow? He's brilliant, isn't he? I wish my mind was as fast as his. Actually, it was once, and I could really go at it like he is, but I'm slowing down. Good to see that people like GST are coming up.
Terms of looking at nature as if it's some sort of cis heteropatriarchal structure is absurd. This gender binary that we've created is nothing but a quaint little myth.
What Elliot is talking about there is the foundation of everything we are. If you wipe that out, you wipe out the foundation of society. There are rules, natural systems, which form the foundation of everything. These were written into our texts, our stories, our genetic temperaments as people of how to behave. And that's what makes everyone work. And then there's new modern people who's like, I think we should go back and change all of that because I don't like this system. Now the answer is, it doesn't matter whether you like the system. The system doesn't care about you because you're irrelevant and don't matter. But they decided to go back and change all of the things that form the foundation of society so that they can alter society. You could say
is to sort of project their own fantasies onto it.
Looking at nature as if it's some sort of cis heteropatriarchal structure is nothing.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Thank you, Disparrow. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. For those of you who don't know, Elliot Page is going to be playing the part of Achilles. If you're around the net, you will have seen lots of memes about Elliot Page. Elliot Page was formerly, is a woman. Elliot Page is a woman, yeah, a very attractive woman, or was an attractive woman. Now they identify as male, and for some reason they've shoehorned Elliot in to play the part of Achilles into the Odyssey, and I don't think Achilles was actually in it in the original version, which was written like 2,600 years ago, something like that. So yeah, I like Disparrow. Anyhow, we've got to move on to the next channel. I'll leave links to Disparrow in the description. You might like his stuff. If he's new to you, you're going to enjoy listening to him and his review of latest movies. Now next we're going to go to this guy over here. Where is he? This guy, you know him. Some of you will know him. Total respect for this guy. He's coming along really, really good. I sometimes think he's got a bit of a death wish when he's out on the street, and I worry about his safety. But as I said to him, all causes need martyrs. So yeah, he'd be a good martyr. He does a fantastic job, speaks it the way it is. No, I'm not going to say that. Some people would say that I was criticising him, and I don't intend to do that. He's a great guy. I'll have a talk to him about it in private. Anyhow, let's just listen to the start of this video.
So currently there are two types of people in the United Kingdom. The people that know Islam is a threat to Western society and democracy. And then there's fucking idiots.
Right, that's all I'm going to show you. If you want to see the rest of what GST, my brother, my kinsman, has to say, go to the link in the description. It's bloody disgusting. Disgusting that he's only got 2,500 subscribers. No. Please, go over, subscribe, tell him that the Green Arrow recommended him, and send him our regards. Yeah, this is the one patriot out there I really do want to meet in person and stand beside. And when the shit hits the fan, he's the one I hope is on my right in the shield wall. Okay, guys, let's get out of the way. For some reason, the ladies in our channel think he's an handsome fellow. What do you think? Yeah, when I was younger, do you think? Yeah, both got blue eyes. I haven't got a beard. Is there a bit of ginger in that beard? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. For now, aim high, vote low, restore Britain. Now, go sign that effing petition. There'll be a link in the description. Talk to you later, GST.